Are we live? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of TMI Thursday. I am your host, Tonk7. Thank you for being here on Juneteenth, 2025. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever had an episode on Juneteenth before. I've gone to multiple baseball games on Juneteenth. That's actually where I got that jersey for the Seattle Steelheads, and that hat behind me was the Seattle Steelheads hat when they had the league. It was called the Negro League. They had teams in, like, I think St. Louis. And I actually, when my grandfather lived here with me, I took him to one of the Juneteenth games, and he got that same exact hat. And then he wore it to the next game that I took him to. So, and I got this hat when I was at a show. So it's a cool holiday. I think it was been an uncelebrated holiday for a long time, but I'm glad to be here with y'all, and I'm excited for the show. We got a good selection today. Not too long. It's the dog season of it's bad when, well, it's good because the Panthers won 2 in a row. But what I mean by that is basketball is about to end. Hockey's done for. Baseball was kind of boring right now. You know what I'm saying? And in football, we're just like waiting for that to get here. We're like kind of like fighting amongst ourselves as podcasters. We're waiting so much for football that we're like talking about things we don't even really be talking about, because we're just like, we just want football to be here. So if we talk about stuff, maybe time will go by faster. You know what I'm saying? Happy Juneteenth, and welcome to the show. We will be right back. Sound like some Terminator meets Nightwing on my way to Miami Vice. But that's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Late night, Miami. It's always late when I'm on the East Coast. It's always late over there when I'm on. So that's the kind of music you drive around when it's late. So thank you for being here tonight. Shout outs to one of the biggest supporters I have, Shake Money. He produces my show. He interacts with the things that I got going on. He shows a lot of appreciation. He's been running my show for years now, I think. Years now. He's been putting it on. So he's in the background. He'll be up here whenever he jumps on, and we'll get into the show. We got three or four
words, by the way, man.
We got 3 or 5. We got like 10 we got like 4 or 5. We got 3, 4 or 5 topics.
But before we do get into any topic, I recently was, because I've been studying. I got my.
Did you pass?
No, not yet. It's August 18th is when I take the test.
Well, we're gonna have to study, if you know what I mean, when you're here.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so as I was studying, I came across this tequila, who's Kylie Jenner. We know who her dad is, or mom, or whatever. Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, it's the kid of Caitlyn Jenner, but her name is Kylie Jenner. Whatever. She came up with this tequila. And the only reason I'm bringing up this tequila is because, we all know that tequila is made with the blue agave. It has to be at least 51% blue agave. Okay. Versus mezcal, it doesn't matter what the agave is. It could be any agave.
In Mexico?
There's no regulation. Yeah, and it has to be in Mexico, obviously.
So in the United States, that has to be blue.
There's no such thing as California tequila. There's no such thing as, what I'm saying? Tequila is in Mexico. I can't pronounce it right now. But anyway, the reason I bring this up is because they make it with blue agave. So after they cook the agave, instead of throwing it away, they use it to create bricks. And the bricks are later on they donated to Mexico so they could build houses with the bricks that they use for the cooked agave. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because they are reusing the blue agave for for good.
Yeah, the byproduct. They're using it as a construction. Yeah, there's they do that. Yeah,
a lot of houses are made with this tequila.
That's cool. That's cool. That's really low impact, because that kind of material has a lot of embodied carbon, which is the carbon that's sucked out of the air by the plant itself. So it keeps it still in that material. Versus sometimes if you burn that material, you kind of release it back out. But it's similar to what they do with algae. But I mean, any company taking advantage of their byproduct and turning it into something usable is one, important, and two, forward thinking and just trying to cover all their bases. So that's really cool. And so now Shake's always showing me stuff now because you've been engaged in items and how many ingredients they have and what's contained inside. And so now when you show me something, I'm like, oh, is it? I said, what? It's in a glass bottle. I forgot what else I said about it. I was like, is that why you're showing it to me? And you're like, no, that's not why. I'm like, oh.
4 ingredients, yeah.
No, but this product, that's, you didn't show it to me because it's in glass. You showed it to me because they use their it's called I forgot what the exact term is called. You can call it you could call it pre-consumer recycled content. But I forgot, I think it's called industry waste or some industry process. And turning it into, there's a lot of companies that do that with hemp. But anything plant-based, you could definitely take and turn it into something else, and that's really cool. So why is only a blue agave allowed to be grown in the United States?
Well, it's not United States. It's a lot for tequila. To make tequila, it has to be 51% blue agave.
But why not? Well, is there other types of agave? Is there white?
Yeah, there's other agaves, green agave.
What are they? So, but why is it blue significant to the United States though?
Well, tequila, it's not for the United States. It's Mexico.
But you said, so
Yeah,
is there any other type?
Yeah, well, huh? No.
What type? Do you know Tremana rocks? The rocks?
Yeah, that's also Mexican.
Is it blue agave?
Yeah, blue agave, 100% blue agave.
Is there white agave or gray agave?
I know there's other agaves. I can't remember off the top of my head. Like I said, I'm studying that now. But
okay.
I know that
real question is that if it's made with not all blue agave,
yeah, I've never heard. Yeah, I've never heard. I guess I've never known. For one, I can't stomach tequila. I can't even remotely stomach tequila at all. And I learned that on my 21st birthday. No, I learned that before my 21st birthday.
Yeah, so you got to look at the bottle.
So like ever since then, I've just stayed away from it by all means necessary. So I never learned. You know, as soon as someone mentions that, like my ears get plugged.
Well, that's like I said. That's why I'm studying this. So you know what I'm saying. By the way, salute to you guys, man.
Cheers! I got soda. I'm drinking caffeine. I'm drinking caffeine at 7 p.m. because I'm going to a show tonight. Well, I'm going to this. I got invited to go to this show so I could kind of network with some of these dudes. I've already met some of them, but going to just do some networking after this show tonight.
Shout out to the Capitan. What's going on, Jefe?
What up, boys?
What's up, Cap?
You know, just coming through. Had some time. Figured the internet is a little spotty, so I'll hang in.
First topic.
Yeah, what do we got? So the first time I heard of them was on social media. But I watched a game the other night, and it was literally basically sold out at a big stadium.
Wait. This isn't about bananas grown in Savannah?
No.
Savannah, like Savannah, Georgia?
I think so. It's a baseball team.
It's a baseball team?
Dude, they had the stadium sold out. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Oh, I've seen these dudes.
And they're like goofy and stuff. Dude, the freaking stadium was sold out.
Well, yeah, they're really good. They're like
they were really good too. But it was like the Harlem Globetrotters. It was like they were professional, but they were goofy as hell at the same time. And I just never watched them, and I was like, wow, like, I mean, I would be down to go to a game, but that was crazy to see the entire freaking stadium sold out.
Michael K's saying that they're out of Vegas. Why are they called the Savannah Bananas then?
Maybe that's part of the Michael K.
What's going on?
Get back to your fish fry, dude. He's like, oh, sorry, wrong chat. Yeah, sure, Michael K.
Fish in the chat.
Sure. He's like, oh, wrong chat.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, when Tom said in the chat, he goes, see you at the next receipt update.
Yo, this guy has paper from like 1812, and he prints it out.
Yo, homies never gonna get audited.
Like, he's like, this much has been paid for.
Hey, what is it? I was gonna tell you. Hey, you know, I don't know if you know this or not, but and there's a club.
See, there you go. That's why I said get on back over to the fish fry with all that.
He says, "Oh, my bad. They actually no shit. You mean Savannah, Georgia?" Because they're out of Vegas.
I thought he meant Savannah, Brazil.
He said they're out of Vegas.
He's
Funny, damn, Ali's out of fucking rave.
Yeah, Ali's the one out of Vegas.
Yeah, Ali's in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. You got to
But
party.
I mean,
bro.
but dude, if that league comes around, like go to a game. It was good.
Oh no, I
It was
definitely want
good.
to check it out. It's a show. It's like
It was good.
It's like
What the
and
heck is
one.
going on with my camera?
I don't know. I thought that was me.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your camera's shit out.
Yeah, what the hell?
Go in and back out again
Yeah.
and see if
All right, I'll be right back.
By the way, just for tonight, I will take shots for donations.
Oh shit.
I'm
I'm
not
Damn.
off
doing it
tomorrow.
tonight.
I gotta do some yard work. So
It's Thursday, dog.
can
I
I,
can't do it on.
Can I plug real quick? If you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead. We're waiting on Tonk. It's his show. We're learning
uh,
about Savannah bananas in
Yeah,
Vegas.
this weekend only, no Club Exhale for this weekend.
No
I
Club Exhale?
No, unfortunately not. I got a lot going on. I got to take care of some stuff. The whole I got family coming in from out of town for 4th of July weekend, so I got
I
a lot.
literally
Of
told.
stuff to
I'm,
do.
hey,
I literally.
hey,
damn,
real quick,
I might have to do something.
Ali,
Hmm.
would you mind if me and El Capitan substitute like we do when you whenever
Sure.
you,
Oh, you mean still run the show?
yeah.
Yeah, I'd be
You
down
down?
to jump on
You
too.
down? I'll create the stream tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfectly fine. I might stop in to say hey for like 5 minutes, but
We'll call it.
Yeah,
We'll call it shake. We'll call it Shake Night Exhale.
that's
Mm.
fine. That's fine. I got some stuff in the works anyway.
Yo, what the heck, man?
Hey, but hey, El Cap, if you're down, let me know, man. I'll create it, bro.
Come on,
What's that?
man. What the
Hell
heck is
yeah.
going on with my
Yeah,
fucking
no,
camera?
It's on like Donkey Kong then. It's on like
Yeah,
Donkey
I'm
Kong.
there for it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
there for it.
But yeah, this weekend
I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to do about my camera right now.
Can you hear us, Tonk?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
real quick, Tonk, I'm sorry. So this weekend and the weekend of 4th of July, there's no Club Exhale. So if you guys want to substitute for that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I got my family's coming in from out of town, so I'm
No
gonna
worries.
family.
No
if you don't
worries.
know. That's all.
No worries. I'll definitely be here. I don't know where I'll be next weekend because I'm gonna be. I'm going to Puerto Rico. Not next week, but the following week. But we'll. I should be home Saturday,
Hey,
so
you're going to
maybe.
Puerto Rico, huh?
Yeah, whole family's going.
Damn, sounds like a good time, bro. Where's my invite?
But yeah, I mean, the next time we'll get the house. Oh, what happened?
We lost him.
There we go. There we go.
Hey,
There you go. It looks like it's working now, Tom.
No, I changed cameras. It's using my laptop camera. So
real quick, did we send an invite to I think Papa Paul asked for the invite earlier. Did we
no,
send
No.
him?
Mr. Polk.
Was
He's
it
here. Yeah, it's
that
Mr.
was
Polk.
me.
What's
Oh,
up, Mr. Polk?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
what's
got
up,
the
Shay?
invite. in
All
the
right,
chat.
so
Oh, my bad.
Ali,
that's
Tom,
all good. Yo, Mr. Polk, have you ever heard of the Savannah Bananas?
what happened now?
The team Savannah Bananas. He goes, "What happened now?"
Yo, y'all, you got to look them up, man. They had a sold out show. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of
Of
baseball. It was legit. It was legit. I was like, yo, that looks like a good time.
Are
Like
they
it
like
was
Fast and
definitely
Furious?
it was more engaging. Like you can have both. You can have good sports game and some clowniness a little too.
Nothing wrong with that because as a
But it
kid,
was
I
it
got
was
a
cool.
chance to go see the Harlem Globetrotters play. So man,
I've seen them
fun
too.
when they do that.
Yeah, I've seen the Harlem Globe. When was that? That was a long time ago. I saw the Harlem
Shit,
Globetrotters.
Shake, you best
I
get
think-
to drinking.
I think it was.
Shout out to
Thank you. I haven't had a donation in a while. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
happy
Shout out to
Pope,
Nene.
happy
Happy
Pope,
June.
Mr. Pope,
Happy
happy
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, baby.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah,
It's kind of why I wore
appreciate
this shirt.
Hell
it.
yeah.
Shout out to my sister down there, Nene.
Hold on, let's
Much
see.
love
Hold
to
on,
you.
Tom.
It's like all like women throughout the years.
Let's see it.
I forgot who exactly it is. I know one of them is Amelia Earhart. The one is that Judge RGB. I think the chick that does the drawings, the chick on the very middle top, Frida or something like that. I think the woman that did something with chemistry might be on there. There was a woman that did something with she helped with nuclear energy.
Hell yeah. I love nuclear energy.
Yeah, they were real.
Damn,
I've been taking chemistry. I've been taking chemistry and biology again online. And so when you take courses like that, you learn about the scientists that like made the discoveries and what they did, like when they were figuring out atoms and electrons and stuff like that. And like when things would react, like when they say, like when you took chemistry and you say that you added these two chemicals to get a chemical, they talked about when they were actually doing that inside a beaker or something, or a vegetable or whatever it's called. So
here's my shot. Salud, guys.
Salud.
Got that written down.
But yeah.
Check it out later. Okay.
So welcome everybody. So what we got next?
All right, here we go. God damn it!
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh sweet.
Shout out
Thank
to
you very
Cosa
much,
Nostra,
Cosa
man.
Nostra.
$13.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is that 13
Happy
shots?
Happy
No, ain't
Juneteenth.
no 13 shots. God damn it! Hell no. Salud.
Happy Juneteenth.
Salud.
Cosa
He
Nostra.
goes, hell no,
Mi
ain't no
hermano.
13 shots.
Gracias.
We might.
I'm not gonna lie, it felt like we did 13 of them the other night. Though I won't lie.
Bro, shit was wild.
We've been having a good time on here. We've been having a really good time lately because of the people in the comments and the subscribers. We've had a lot of
100%.
interaction lately with all our shows, and that means a lot to us. It's one of the big reasons why we wanted to start doing it in the first place. So we like this interaction. Cap has a lot of free speech. Ali has a lot of free speech on his pages. Shake
Hell yeah.
does.
We back
that
that
stuff
shit,
is
dog.
important. That stuff is important. I don't allow it the same as y'all, but that's okay because we save the turning up for when it's turning up time.
Yeah. It's turn up Thursday.
So, the Lakers. So they're going to be sold to. And
The owner of the Dodgers.
Who is that? I thought I said it was some investment firm.
Well, it depends. The majority ownership is going to the owner of the Dodgers. Let me pull up his name.
Oh, okay. Is that
But
Tim Bontemps?
there's a caveat to it, though. So hold on one second.
Do you think this will be good?
It's good for the Lakers, not necessarily the league. I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Well, I mean, honestly, I care only pretty much the Lakers to like help them get to a point where they're winning again. I'm not a Lakers fan, but what's the point of being a sports, team if you're not going to do the best things to make them win?
Look at it this way. The Lakers now have an owner that's worth over $12 billion. So that being said.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Money talks.
Yeah. Money is not no issue for them anymore.
So
here's the caveat that I was talking about, and I apologize.
That's fine. No, this is fine. That's what I needed.
So the caveat is that the what's her name? God, what's her name? Bess. The chick
Jeannie.
Yeah, she's gonna still run the team.
Yeah.
For several years until they decide they want to move on. Like she's going to be in charge of it, even though she doesn't have the majority ownership anymore. So that's basically the caveat to this. So it's like
she might still be able to do it.
Now they just got the money to back it up.
Well, that's what I was just getting ready to say. If they got the money now, and she, hey, more. I mean, if maybe it is a good thing.
Real quick, the Lakers didn't have the money.
Well, they've had the money. It's just now they have the money, like way more money. Like money is, you need 120 million, 200 million? No problem. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
I
the
don't.
Lakers.
Yeah, but that
They're like one of the most profitable franchises in all of sports. They're like the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. And I don't understand how that's like I don't understand it personally. I guess she needed the money. I don't think the Lakers get the money, isn't it?
no, she gets the money because she's the owner, right?
Yeah, she's getting the money.
She's
I don't
selling
see
her
how-
majority. That's all.
Her and her family get the money essentially.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's hard to manage, dude. It's not necessarily about money. It might be hard to manage it all. The what is it called? Logistics. You know, like
listen. You can still be in. This is. I'm gonna speak just my minded moment for a second here, real quick. You can still have the money, right? You can be worth billions of dollars, but still don't have enough money to truly invest the way you want to, right?
Without being stressed.
Without being stressed. I'll give another an example. The ownership of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who own the most successful soccer team, one of the most successful soccer teams, Manchester United, right? They're worth billions of dollars. They invest money, but they still have limitations to that money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So having a guy like that's worth way more than you do right off the bat, that's just basically giving you keys to the car and you can run with it now and not have to be stressed out as you were before.
But how much does that help Steve Ballmer in the Clippers?
Before you go, I want to give a shout out to me and Mana, my sister Nene. Happy Juneteenth. And vamos gatos, coño.
Yeah.
But before we get off this, was this person be interested in the Miami Dolphins by any chance?
Yeah.
To be honest, I would love them to be. That would be awesome, to be honest. But I'm still gonna go with my thoughts that I want a minded owner. To be honest, that's what I want. To be honest.
Well, that's a whole different issue. Well, I mean, the Dodgers just won a World Series and they're and they're competing to win another one. So
that's what I
mean. If
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that doesn't mean it's going to directly translate, but it means that the guy's good at putting people in the right position. Well, and maybe taking in, you know what I mean? Maybe listening to what people say.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah. What's up, Shake?
Wayne Huizenga took the Panthers to a national to the championships. They lost to Colorado. They won the World Series in 1997 and didn't get I think they got one playoff win with the Dolphins. So at the end of the day, he did a lot with the Panthers. He did a lot with the Marlins, but he couldn't do shit with the Dolphins. I mean, you would hope that it translates, but it doesn't always translate. And that's kind of like my exhibit A, if you will.
Who?
Yeah, that's true.
Ross used to own those other teams?
No, I'm talking about Wayne Huizenga.
Who's that?
He was the owner before Ross.
Oh, okay.
He used to own the Marlins.
Team from Joe Robbie.
As a matter of fact, he was the initial owner of the Panthers and the initial owner of the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Did he change? No, so he's not the one who changed them to the Miami Marlins?
No, that was
No, it was the Florida Marlins and the Florida Panthers.
That's who but they won 2 World Series.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right?
Well, one under Wayne Huizenga, one under the other guy.
Yeah, and here's the thing. People, when Wayne Huizenga was the owner of the Dolphins doing all that stuff, it was felt like this was his slush fund type of thing. That's how he ended up starting up these other teams and like.
Well, that's like almost what it feels like now.
It's pretty much right.
From what I've been told.
Pretty much.
Actually, he started off the Marlins and the Panthers before he got the Dolphins. He had to set off
Blockbuster Video. That's how Wayne Huizenga got fucking super rich.
That and waste management. But here's
he was a gangster, bro.
He was a gangster.
He was a gangster.
But here's one thing I'll say about Wayne Huizenga.
He sounds like a gangster.
Hold on. One thing I'll say about Wayne Huizenga is the fact that at least he was, even though he may not have brought us the trophy we wanted, he was way more successful than what we've been under Ross. And that's a fact.
I'll
with
tell you what we
multiple
didn't.
playoff
I'll tell you what we
appearances,
had
games.
during Wayne
We got to the
Huizinga.
AFC Championship under him. I mean, come on, man.
We had
Yeah, you're right.
respectability.
You're right.
We had respectability.
Exactly. We were respected. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. We weren't hearing about freaking culture. What's
No,
the
there was no denying the culture
What's the
here.
culture?
Yeah, boys
What's
went
the
out late
culture?
and partied,
What's
but there was
we heard that you're having an issue with the culture.
soft.
We're working on the culture. We're trying to be a tougher culture. No, you need a culture that wants to win, that wants to do what it takes to win, and not have to mention the word culture.
Then I wish we could get the GM for the Panthers.
What you do is you tell people when people ask you what's your secret, then you talk about culture. You say, yeah, that's our culture around here.
Exactly.
You don't talk about we need to get some culture. You have culture, and when people ask you what's the secret, that's what you tell them what it is. We good, we culture up in this bitch.
The Finn's tailgate is the culture.
Yeah.
We don't have to tell you anything, but you know it.
Hey,
Coming
listen.
on here, you know it.
Listen, Mr. Polk is the good culture in the tailgate. Everybody else is lunatic.
Yeah, he's a Tonkaneer. Of course he is.
There you go.
Tonkaneer, that's hilarious.
Self-proclaimed.
Yep.
So what we got next?
I'm talking there. Yep, that's for real.
All right. Well, the next topic, of course, is
Juneteenth. Just my first episode on this holiday. You know what's crazy is when I was in high school, I went to Lake Worth High, and it was a mixture of people that went there, but there was a large community of people from Haiti or descendants of people from Haiti. And so they would have, it might've been Haitian Independence Day, but they called it Haitian Flag Day. And almost the whole school would go crazy in celebration. But like, we never had this. And I even watched every episode of Roots when I was in 8th grade. We still didn't celebrate this day.
We celebrating it now, though. And shout out to Bryson, who shares a birthday.
Oh, yeah. I meant to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bryce, wherever you at.
He's protecting our skies. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Lake Worth in the house.
by the way, Haiti was the first island to become independent.
What day was that?
Damn,
Does it say
first
it?
island to ever become independent?
Maybe in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Maybe in the Caribbean.
Yeah, in the Caribbean. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, Juneteenth, I remember it being something, it looked like it was touch and go there as far as people were going to celebrate, but now it seems like it's getting the respectability. I think it's a good thing for the country to commemorate. We commemorate all kinds of shit. Why aren't we commemorating this? You know what I'm saying? Something to be proud of as a nation.
It's cool when all the teams that the MLB teams, they all wear, like, if that city had a team, St. Louis does. I forgot what other cities had, but yeah, I've been to multiple games during Juneteenth. It's pretty cool.
As a matter of fact, the reason the Louisiana Purchase happened was because France needed the money to fight that war against Haiti in Haiti.
Hell yeah. Look at Haiti paying dividends with their independence. We got to fleece the French, and Haiti still won their independence. Look at that.
Correct.
Oh, one more thing about the Juneteenth that since y'all been talking about, it's a good time to have it because a lot of people are on vacation. You got kids that's for the schools are closed for the kids. So
yeah, especially in South Florida. Yeah, you're already
on
on summer vacation.
By the way, June
in
1st,
Florida.
January 1st, 1804 was when
I'm trying to
Haiti became
remember
independent.
what day was. Is
January
that
1st,
different than Haitian Flag Day?
1804, January 1st.
May 18th is Haitian Flag Day.
Oh, one more thing.
That's
also
different than their revolution, which is the
Yeah, their
anniversary.
Independence Day was June
Oh,
5th.
that's when they adopted their flag. That's not their independence. It was the day they adopted their flag. Because I remember, like, people used to turn up at my high school. Like, no, serious. No, it was fine. It was just I didn't know what it meant.
By the way,
like,
Manny saying yes, it's a difference.
I've never heard of a Flag Day. You know what I mean? Like, I heard of Independence Day, but that's when they adopted their flag. That's cool. Interesting.
Yep. And then there's Boxer Day, which has nothing to do with boxing.
Yeah, so not too long episode tonight. What we got next?
All right.
That might have been it. No. Girl Scout tea cookies.
No.
Oh,
All
I
right,
thought we
so-
really.
So this is a first for TMI to where I get to unbox something. Well, at least the box that the item is actually in. So I bought it online. It's called Crazy Clean, and it goes in your toilet tank, and it keeps your toilet clean.
Open it up, put it in your toilet. Show us you put it in your
I'm
toilet.
not taking it into the bathroom with y'all.
Take the camera in the bathroom.
I'll just show you what it
toilet.
looks like. I'll just show you what it looks like.
Hey, by the way,
in
speaking of
unboxing,
stadium,
okay, I haven't even brought it out myself. But look, hold
Hey,
on.
Point the
Barbados
camera down
Stadium
so
looks
we
like
can
a
look at the
toilet.
table
And
while you
I
unbox
know
it.
that.
I'll tell you in a second why Shake is really gonna like this brand. So you just drop it in your toilet tank. Boom, there it is. And it has minerals inside that treat the water automatically. It doesn't change the color.
Does it make
And
it
it's
drinkable?
Yeah,
it's non-toxic. It's got it uses hydro mineral magnets.
Mm.
So if
and-
you're
and
thirsty,
the
you have
casing-
stuff in the toilet.
And the casing has like it's called Bactobane, so that way I guess so it doesn't get like moldy or algae or something. Or
Or
I don't know, I guess it keeps it cleaner. But
biodegradable.
yeah. So it's non-toxic. It came in cardboard. It's free of harmful chemicals because it uses magnets. It's BPA free, which is plastic, and all you have to do is just drop it in, and it lasts for 10 years.
Shit.
It was like $45.
I think Michael K wants to know if it can be used for other features.
No, it's not a butt plug, Michael K. You call your flat earth friends and say it looks like what they land in the ocean in.
Oh shit!
And then
Yo.
That is pretty dope, though. I mean,
Hey, listen, man, you can't blame him for trying to find.
since Michael K,
Yeah, you
buy
gotta
in bulk,
look for
if you
love
buy like
wherever
4
you
or
can
5
get
of
it.
them, if you buy like 4 or 5 of them, you can get them for cheap. But
Oh,
if
shit.
you just
Lasts
put
you 50
one,
years.
lasts for 10 years. And whenever I move out of here, I'm just gonna leave it. I'll just buy another one.
Duh, I wouldn't take
I'm
it
not
out of
taking
there.
it out of the toilet once you drop it in. Like
so it keeps
Okay.
it keeps your toilet clean from everything. Like what do you mean by
from
that?
what I
Like-
understand, everything.
Hey,
For
man.
10 years, real
keeps-
quick, are you
keeps
putting
buildup
it in
from
the
happening.
tank?
It better be
Yeah,
shut.
drop it in the tank, not the toilet, not the
just- you're
bowl.
you're not
In the
okay.
tank, not
Is
the
it
it's
bowl.
septic
sterilizing your poop water?
Yeah, it's septic
Word.
safe.
That's important to me because I
Yeah,
have a
it is.
That's why I'm inquiring. Okay.
I just
Shut up,
real
you can't
quick.
lie.
Yeah,
It's important to me
it's
because I
non-chemical.
gotta
It
be honest.
uses minerals to kind of
Only
break.
the
It
best
doesn't
water
allow
for my
bonds to
shit.
form. So
Okay.
That's
it
all.
removes.
That's what I always say.
It
Well,
removes
the
the
dogs drink
ability
out of
of
the toilet
bonds
anyway.
to
You need the
form.
good water.
So the minerals, that's why minerals are good to drink for us, because it removes things from being able to build up in our body.
Hmm.
So it's the same thing in the toilet.
All right, so I gotta be honest. I'm totally about this. Only the best water for my poo That's how I look at it.
Hell yeah.
You can look
My shit
online.
better be like out in the nature or
But I
nothing.
mean, 10 years, that's a long time.
Can you find out something for me, Tonk? Does it have like the version of it that also gives like out good scent? Cap needs it.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
no,
cover that.
see,
smell.
that's one of the reasons why I didn't that I did want it, because it doesn't have any smell.
Mm.
Yeah, it doesn't-
Odorless, clean water.
That's was some of the reasons, because some of that
So,
stuff is
okay,
toxic.
real
Some
quick.
of that smell,
You know
some
you're
of those
supposed to clean your
some of
bowl
those perfumes
shit.
and shit is toxic.
Yeah,
What were you
no
saying,
doubt.
LK?
So, okay, is this like, does this now mean you don't need to like clean your toilet ever again?
Yeah, it's supposed to help so you don't have to clean your toilet as much or at all. That's from what it said online.
And that's
So,
sold.
I mean, even if it cuts it in half, I
Hell
think it
yeah.
should cut it
Guys,
out all the
we're
way.
asking this question.
From what I understand, it cuts that out all the way.
I
I've never used this yet. It's the first time, so it might take.
Speaking of which, you ever see that influencer that washes his face in like this $5 bottle?
Buy like
water?
4 of
What
them
the
so you
fuck?
could say you got a discount. That'll make your wife happy.
So what's it
What
called?
were you saying,
Crazy
Shake?
Crazy clean.
No, I'm talking about that dude. You ever see that dude that he's like I want to say a fitness influencer.
Go to the
Every
bathroom.
wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning to put his face.
I'm like
Yeah.
OJ Simpson to a
$5
toilet.
water.
I'm like OJ
Yeah,
Simpson to a
yeah.
toilet.
Yeah.
No, I know you're talking about.
Hold on, say that again, Shake.
There's this influencer who gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, fills up a bowl with ice and puts it like he fills it up with like $5 bottles of water just to soak his face
No,
in
he
it.
uses like fucking he uses like sparkling water over ice, and then has this weird like manicured routine and shit. It's
ice water to the face is really healthy.
Yeah, but it's
but
it's kind of
having
like a
had this
weird deal.
other thing, part of it is stupid. It doesn't need to be fizzing water or some
Aston
special
Hall,
water.
that's the thing.
It needs to be just cold water.
Well, that's kind of the thing, right? Like it's this weird routine, and everybody, made
good
fun
with
of it, and people were
routines.
doing it. Yeah, I mean that's cool, but it was more of like a troll.
By the way, I found out today, this is a real thing. Real athletes do this, okay? You could Google it. Google it if you don't fucking believe me. But this is real TMI information. Apparently, if you want to get good testosterone and recovery, you soak your balls in ice cold water first thing in the morning. You can Google it. I
Say
Googled
less
it. So
on it.
Honey, you heard that right.
So just putting out that
write
TMI
that down.
information.
Real quick,
I'm gonna make
real quick, Tom.
And then
I wanna see
afterwards,
the
you can put your
Ashton
face in
Hall
it.
wake up in the morning video of
Yeah,
Tom
Ashton
fucking dipping
Hall.
his nuts.
You're like Ashton Hall. You have one day to respond.
Yeah, Ashton Hall.
Ashton Hall, you have one day to respond. If you treated your face, if you treated your balls as good as your face, Ashton Hall.
Yeah, you be figuring it out, bitch.
Could you imagine being an influencer like us doing a freaking top of the tailgate at 6 a.m. in the tub with full of ice, cooling our nuts off, trying to do like some type of show?
Real quick, if this program ever really pays for that type of entertainment, I promise you I will be doing that.
Much love and
caffeine. You don't need no caffeine.
I got
tell you what to wake you up. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, you trying to get up?
You want to get kick started? You want to get? We're ready to go. We're ready to go. We're ready. We're ready to go.
Somebody's gonna wake up tomorrow morning with the ice.
And it's one of the few times when I don't care if you recycle the water or not.
Yeah, Mr. Polk, I'm gonna go buy me a big tall bottle of sparkling water and a bag of ice. And tomorrow morning it's getting wild.
I gotta find a big enough bowl.
You're gonna be.
Wherever will I find a big enough dick?
Damn, Game Boy says great. That's my wife hates me. Hey, listen, Great Boy 305, join the club. My wife hates me too.
That was fucking funny, dude. That was fucking funny. I don't know how I missed that
The
one.
water's cold. Ali's like, yeah, it's deep too.
That's funny.
I
boys.
love this show. Oh my god, it's so
So
funny.
after you're done with down there, you can use that same water, recycle, and use it for your face too. So
Maybe do the
There you
face
go.
first.
That's really true.
No, there's no. That's
No,
not,
nothing can
I would
eliminate
wash
you can't
my
self
face, though.
teabag.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, you're Ali.
Be like,
Or-
Dad,
or-
did
or
you
you-
teabag
or-
the holy water again?
Damn.
Teabag.
Come on, Dad.
Oh my god.
listen, as a matter
Get
of fact,
Grandpa Ali away from that water. He's like, yo, you know what he said? You know what he did with that bird bath, right?
Oh my god. You know, that's
You know what
funny.
he did in that koi pond, don't you, kid?
He was out there like this.
Boy, y'all killing me up in
Is
here.
it me or like bird baths? Like the whole thing of having a bird bath in your backyard is gone. Nobody does that anymore, right?
Not,
Oh,
not,
no, they're
not,
still out
not
there,
any.
buddy.
Well, not till
I don't-
now.
Yeah, I don't see them
Not
anywhere.
not around you.
Not around Ali.
I don't have a bird bath. Come on, dude. Damn, I was really.
I should get one though. I'm thinking about. You know what? Now that you said that, I'm gonna get one.
He's
I'm,
like,
listen, I promise you I got one
Shake's
somewhere.
like, I'm going to get one.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Who was the previous owner of this bird bath?
Yeah.
It says no. We need to have a picture. The bird bath. The first owner, some old lady. Oh, I like my birdies. And then the second owner, it shows Shake
With his bird bath ready to get.
The second owner.
Hey, why is there a lot of ice in this bird bag?
Yeah. This guy was putting ice in this thing. What the fuck?
I said
He
we
got
needed
ice
2
and
bags of
sparkling
ice
water in
Shake,
his
not
bird
3
bath.
bags. Oh, and that's why.
Yes.
If I get real desperate, I'll use a steak.
For mi huevos.
Don't worry, Liz. I don't think this applies to your morning routines.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's not even go there.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not. Not on Juneteenth anyhow. We'll be
We
respectful.
already
man.
got capsule butt plug over here.
Yeah, no.
And listen,
Well,
that's why whenever Tom texts me privately, TMI Thursday, I'm like, fuck yeah.
I know.
I'm afraid to ask what he was texting you privately.
Huh?
Well,
And listen, that's private. That's between me and you. Me and Tom, okay?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Listen, I'll show you my privates if you show me the ones between you and El Capitan. We'll trade.
No.
You
I
can't
delete
I'd
them
take
every
that to the
time.
grave.
I delete those every time. Don't worry,
That's
Ali.
going
They
to the
won't get it out
grave.
of me. Don't worry, Ali. They'll never get it out of me. I always delete it.
It's one time for his eyes only. It blows
He's like,
up.
I'll be like Tom Brady in Deflategate.
And destroy the phone.
Yo, what? I don't know how Tom Brady
He's
and
like,
Deflategate works in
he's like
that,
the
but it's
coach of
funny
Michigan.
to say.
Speaking of doing things with balls.
Tom Brady Deflate. Damn, y'all are fucked up.
You said you delete text messages. I said like Tom Brady and Deflategate.
I just delete all my text messages.
I
don't want
wasn't
the
saying it's a
FBI.
bad thing.
I made a comparison to the University of Michigan with it because that's what the head coach did. So
Cap's like, fuck you guys. I'll never fucking tell you anything ever again.
Shout out to Crypto
That's
in the
fucking
building.
funny.
Hey, by the way, if I may plug, this Saturday, Friday we have
You okay, Oli?
What,
this
Ali?
tailgate,
you heard what he said? You guys heard what he said, right?
Yeah.
You guys heard what he said. We just got done talking about butt plugs, and he says, "If I may plug." So I just
Oh, I didn't hear it. I didn't catch. I didn't.
You
Hold on,
gotta
give
watch
me a
out
second.
because Shake is sneaky fucking funny with some shit.
Hey,
And if you ain't paying attention,
Cap,
you'll
I'm
miss
glad
it.
you said that because Shake got me good yesterday when we're talking about
Motherfucker, like I'll be just listening and Shake will just get you, dog. Like
Shake is the best. Shake is the
Yeah.
best.
Go ahead, Shake.
Go ahead,
Plug
man.
your shit up.
So anyway, Friday is the drive time. Saturday morning is the wrestling talk. And we just confirmed that we will be doing the substitution late night XL shake night, like my man says. I'm gonna do
Shake Night Exhale.
Shake
Yeah,
night
There it is.
XL.
Shake Night Exhale.
With
welcome.
me and El Capitan, and I'm gonna have this tequila, and
all the building blocks that went with it.
Hell yeah! So,
You're like, I'm helping people.
If I come or show up, it's going to be later, so I apologize. But I will try to at least make a stop in. So that's what I'll do.
And of course Sunday morning, the West Coast Dolphin Fan Club. By the way, they're doing a great job here. They're a welcoming addition to the Fins Tailgate, man.
Mm-hmm.
The West Coast Fan Club with Papa Paul.
Yeah,
and
man. Appreciate the boys. They need to come swing through and get a real welcoming.
Yeah, and also if you're looking for some college football, check out at 4th and 10U. We just had a big episode about the Big 12 and who's going to be dominant over there. So definitely check that out.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow morning. Promise you.
Mm-hmm. It was really good.
I'll leave some comments. As a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool as ice. That's good.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. It's been
Mm-hmm.
a while since I heard like football talk and not a bunch of commercials on ESPN.
Right,
we're gonna break down the ACC next week. That's what we'll talk about. University of Miami, what to expect there. We'll even maybe bring in some other ACC teams, Florida State, and so on. But then we'll probably make a stopover at the Pac-12 if there's any teams left over there. I don't know who's left.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Tides can be turned. All these prima donnas and their NIL deals. One of these fucking low rating teams can come out from nowhere.
And by the way, Cat for Life, speaking of plugs, Cat for Life was on In the Blender, and he gave his Mount Rushmore of YouTubers. If you want to fast forward towards the end, if you're interested in finding out.
So the Mount Rushmore YouTubers,
sure.
the first one has to be.
But however, spoiler alert: the Fins
What's his name?
made Mount Rushmore. So
what's his name?
Guys.
I'm afraid to ask
the dude from Miami.
I'm worried what you're saying.
Good thing I wasn't moving my head.
I know.
I thought he was going to say he gave his Mount Rushmore of butt plugs.
No.
No,
oh, man.
Kimbo Slice.
Oh, Kimbo Slice. Yeah,
is the first YouTube star, so he has to be at Mount Rushmore.
No, Dolphins YouTubers. Like Dolphins.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said. Oh, all right. I thought he said number one YouTubers of all time.
Oh, Dolphin YouTubers. Okay.
Yeah. As I'm saying, I said spoiler alert. The Fins Tailgate made the rush.
We're right here. We are the Dolphins. This is it.
Yeah,
that's it, baby.
Even Michael K didn't have anything to say. I said, "What do you mean? You watch all our shows? You don't need to go to anybody else."
There you go. You're home, Michael K. You're home.
You're home, dude. We're the only people that would accept you, and you know it.
Just bring a bucket of ice with you.
Even with the hoopla.
Who's Michael Jackson? Who the hell is Michael Jackson?
Yo, Mr. Paul, bring a bucket of ice.
Who's?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, by the way, that's a morning ritual.
Michael K. Bring a bucket of ice with him and shit, yo. Hell yeah.
If I ever go out to Buffalo, that's what I'm gonna give Michael K. when I see him.
Yeah, fucking bucket of ice, and you're gonna tell him to whip them out.
I'm not gonna tell him that.
Hey, listen.
He's gonna think you're doing the freaking ASL challenge.
Well, for him, for him, all you need is this.
You just need a fucking plastic cup of ice.
Yeah, just like maybe half a cube.
I got tiny. I got a silicone ice maker that's little tiny ice cubes we can put in there too.
There you go.
Like they're like this
just put
big.
some crushed ice in that thing and call it a day. Drop some crushed ice in that bitch and call it a day, boys.
Like I said, Calm down, Mikey K. You might get frostbite.
Micro K.
Both. Thimble size, yeah, it's funny. All right, boys, I'm gonna slide out of here. I'll see you fools.
Hey, El Capitan, much love to you, my brother.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll see you
Yeah, later,
Saturday.
Cap.
Good. Oh my goodness.
Well, that almost does it for me too.
Actually, I'm surprised you haven't talked about a big subject regarding sports and what's going on in the world today.
No, get
Please
what?
enlighten us, please.
Tell me.
Enlighten us.
Yeah,
So the issue that's going on in the Middle East right now
yeah. What about it?
could very well have ramifications on the United States' ability to host the World Cup.
Oh, you think FIFA will pull it away if we go to war with Iran?
I don't know if they'll pull it away, but there might be some protests involved in it.
Oh, yeah.
And there might be teams like, for example, Iran, who has made the World Cup. They officially qualified. And do you think
they
they're going to
come here? And, yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think it sucks for those players. They worked so hard to qualify, and now look what happened. I don't know. Not okay. And just to be clear, just to clear about my stance, I'm very much in support of, protecting the world from nuclear threats and whatnot. So and especially for what that regime has done over there. I'm very much supportive of, what they're doing. I'm not supportive of, how do I say this? Letting them just get away with what they do to people and taking people's human rights away. Today's Juneteenth, right? We're talking about true freedom in the world, and people there still to this day do not have true freedom to be who they are. And then they face
Ali, you're speaking this out of you have experience with this because your ancestors are from there and you've been there.
Yeah, I've been there. I know what people are like there, and I know what that government does. They kill people on the streets for things that are completely legal here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm very much supportive of removing that regime and whatnot. I'm supportive of that. Am I supportive of war? No, I'm not. I don't want the world to go to war. I don't want us to go into this, we're going to, put troops on the ground and people are going to die. I hate that part of it. I do. But I'm very much giving people freedom. I'm very much approve of that. Go ahead with what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I think if Israel wants Iran to not have nukes, Israel should give up theirs.
I see your point.
I don't know. It's like what are you gonna do, Israel? Like you've been and what regardless if who's right or who's wrong, it's like I don't know. Like I don't know if they would say no to that, but would Israel be willing to get rid of theirs? Now it's a whole new question, right? Would they be willing to get rid of theirs so that this country doesn't get them? So it's just like it's just cat and mouse and like
I hear what you're saying, but the issue is that you have one side that has paid as how do I say this? You have one side that has actively engaged in funding terrorism. Look what
I agree with you. I'm not arguing with that.
To Israel. I mean, come on. So that being said,
I mean, look, but a nuclear bomb is like it's going to change everything.
I could switch it.
Regardless of how much they blow each other up, they're not using nuclear bombs. Russia isn't using nuclear bombs. Ukraine isn't using nuclear bombs. So if one more gets set off, it's going to be really, really bad. But if Iran got one and set one off, then multiple countries would be like, it wouldn't go over well. I think more countries would want to stop them from doing it again, but it might be the United States to do it to, or maybe they won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't just control everybody. I mean, if the regime is evil or if they're evil to their people, it's like you can't blowing them up is not going to help anything. I don't know, man.
I get what you're saying. I was really just
It's
trying
like
to talk.
I
more
would be
about
I would be
the
willing to do that though. If I was a country and I didn't want the other country to have these terrible weapons, I would be willing to get rid of mine in order to do it.
Yeah, but if you
Because you still
like,
have all your big
for Israel to
because
do that,
you can't. But like we can't set off another nuclear bomb. Like we can't do it. It's gonna piss off so many people. It's gonna just drive us into oblivion.
this is the issue that you have. If let's say Israel did that, then it would be expected everyone to do that. And not everybody's going to do that. And that's why you have to have some type of order with it. Now,
We have the most. Either
there's a
us or
lot
Russia
more
have the
than us.
most.
But I get that, but there's other countries outside of us that have those type of
Yeah,
weapons.
Pakistan, India, Israel.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that
England.
yeah,
France.
there's actually there's more than that. Actually, there's way more than that.
Yeah.
The point
Well,
the point I'm
saying.
making is the fact that for us to do that, or for Israel to do that, that means everybody would have to do that, and because not everybody would, that's why everybody's like on one side or the other.
People die because
Yeah,
we got
true.
people
I see what you mean.
that don't want to actually do the right thing. They just want to point the finger
Mm-hmm.
and act like it's not a problem that they're pointing the finger at the same. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
North
like
Korea.
they're pointing out a problem, but they're also part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, China. I mean, I see what you're saying. They're just
We
as much
have
problem, but
so Russia has the most nuclear bombs with almost 5,500. We have almost 5,300. So that's enough to kill the world like 15 times over. You can kill the world. I don't even know if you can set off that many before the whole world dies, before you can set off that many.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Can I say
What's up,
something in support of what Tonk was saying?
Go for it.
What's up?
Because I actually agree 100% what Tonk is saying. And I'm agree with it from this standpoint. The United States have no moral high ground to tell anybody whether or not they have nuclear weapons or not, because they're the only country in the history of in the history of this planet, in the history of human civilization, should use a nuclear weapon on somebody and against somebody. And that was out of retaliation of Pearl Harbor, which Japan used regular conventional tactics, but United States responded in kind with the weapon of mass destruction. They could have just simply went to war and attacked Japan back with regular conventional way and how they was attacked. No one told the United States to use nuclear weapon against Japan. So no, will the United States have no more high ground to tell anyone in this planet for all time whether or not they should adopt any kind of nuclear weapon to protect themselves, no matter how much saber rattling they do. Because what Tunk said, they're not going to use nuclear weapons. Nobody wants nuclear weapons or winter. It's just a deterrent.
But when you have someone sitting there continuously telling you that they're going to use it, they're going to use it, they're going to use
So
it.
Iran has been saying that?
Debt to Israel and debt to America. What do you expect to say, Crypto? I mean,
what I'm saying here, Benjamin Netanyahu is the biggest freaking hypocrite, because since 1995, there's an endless video clip of him saying that Iran is 2 minutes close, 3 seconds close from enrichment, 4 weeks closer enrichment, every freaking time, all the way dating back to 1995. When is enough with his lies to try to, because he's war and fear mongering. He's war. And Benjamin Netanyahu said this stuff since 1995.
But here's
that Iran is 2 minutes away from enrichment. I mean, if you're 2 minutes away, 2 minutes has passed since 1995, haven't it not?
Okay.
He's just outright lying now. How do people constantly keep falling for Benjamin Netanyahu's nonsense?
I'm going to let you sit here and do this, right? Because this is the thing. This is what you're doing, and I apologize because I understand your point of view. I get it. But there's context to that you're not, they don't put out in that video. Like all the times that we did actually conduct missile strikes in Iran. Nobody talks about that, what we've done.
That's fine, but they haven't done it. That's the point.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. All those times that we did conduct missile strikes, we did actually kill a nuclear scientist here and there. What do you think that did? It delayed them from that point.
Okay, if it delayed them, but we never was involved in freaking stopping them.
Been that close. We may have been that close at one point, but we delayed them. That's what we've been doing.
But we didn't delay them by going to war.
No, we've sat there. We've killed. This isn't the first time we've killed generals, bro. We've killed generals. The first Trump presidency, we did this. Right? I mean,
killing a general has nothing to do with the enrichment.
President. When Obama was president, we did this. See, that's what everyone forgets. Everyone thinks this is the first time we're actually doing something with Iran. No, we've been doing stuff with Iran for many years.
Israel didn't preemptively strike them like this over the last 30 years.
I got a question.
Meanwhile,
they haven't
getting killed by terrorists and whatnot, and getting raped, and little women and children and people are getting killed left and right. But that's okay. That's okay.
It's not okay, but there's conventional warfare that can do that. I don't care about none of that. What's happened to the old saying? A big guy, a good guy with a gun takes out a bad guy with a gun. The same thing applies with nuclear weapons. So it doesn't freaking matter. They use the same freaking logic.
Are we using nuclear? We've never except for World War II, have we used nuclear weapons?
So I got a question.
That's the whole freaking point. You can't stop nobody from gaining their own unless you're willing to take yours out of commission, like Naleki said. Like Ronald Reagan said, if we willing to de-escalate with Russia with a nuclear proliferation, I'm willing to take my stockpile down to zero, just like what we agreed with freaking Russia to take down theirs.
Something, Crypto. You're a veteran. I'm a veteran. How do you feel about that country sitting there openly paying bounty on anyone that kills an American fucking soldier? How can you do that?
That's fine. It's happened since the beginning of time.
It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay what they do to Israel.
They don't have to be okay.
What they do with their own people there.
But I don't.
It's not okay.
But you can't tell them that they can't have a nuclear capability when it comes to energy power or how they want to do with their country, their sovereign nation.
It's different if it was for energy power. They wouldn't care.
But they can use it. What is one step away from nuclear energy versus getting enrichment for a weapon? It's not that many steps different.
Look, I get what you're saying. It's not that much
different. If you want to enrich for energy and you one step away from nuclear power like Pakistan and India, what's the difference? They've been threatening each other to wipe each other off the face of the earth since the beginning.
Crypto,
those two countries are nuclear powerhouses, and they always threaten each other. And not a nuclear weapon left either of those silos in Pakistan or in India. None of them. They always threaten each other and at each other's throat. Those two, are we going to go into India and take away their weapons? Are we going to go into Pakistan and take away their nukes? No, the United States is a bunch of big hypocrites when it comes to this foreign policy crap. They have no right to tell nobody they can't have nuclear weapons unless they're going to go and strip everybody the rest of the planet of nuclear weapons for tough talk.
I disagree, Crypto, because this is the truth. You're not over there. I have family there. I have boots on the ground. You don't. You don't know what those people are willing to do. You don't know what those people
I know what the people in India are willing to do.
Years. They put people through this shit.
And this country do the same thing.
Family over there. So how dare you sit there and tell me that it's okay?
It ain't okay. It ain't okay for this country to tell nobody what to do with nuclear weapons. It's not.
Well, that's That's one thing. Well, guess what? We haven't used nuclear weapons.
And that's my point.
All we're doing is
we lost that moral high ground since since Japan, since Hiroshima. I don't care when we lose. Since we were the only country in the history of civilization to use a nuclear weapon forever until the end of time, we have no right to tell nobody they don't have a right to have a weapon of that capability. None. We yielded it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Wait a minute. All right. Time out, everybody.
I got a question for Ali.
It's, we need to calm down. It's getting heated, and let's.
So I just have a question.
No, I'm just saying I agree with Tunk when it comes to the United States hypocrisy.
I agree.
Hypocrisy.
This country is fucking a bunch of bigger hypocrites. We have no right. We gave up our right to tell anyone for all time that they have a right to get any nuclear capability.
Okay.
I don't care about the saber rattling and the tough talk because India and Pakistan have done that for centuries.
Crypto. All right. You said your piece. Ali said his piece. Now let's change the subject. Thank you.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying. I
appreciate that. Thank you.
I know I'm a veteran too of the armed forces, Army and Navy, and I still think we're a bunch of hypocrites.
Okay.
This country.
Okay, Crypto, you said your piece. Now let's change the subject. Thank you.
The only reason it was brought up because I was bringing up the World Cup, which has to do with sports, and that's what I wanted to talk about, really. So, but it's okay. It's all right. We can change subjects.
Thank you. Anything else, Tom?
No. I got to get going anyways.
Listen, I appreciate you guys for ending it civilly. At the end of the day, we have no control of what's going on. We just give our opinions. That's it. So, with that being said, thumbs up. I love all of you guys on this panel.
Hold on. Did Indiana is the game still on?
It's still it's the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter.
Oh shit! It's gonna go 3-3. Halliburton is playing a little injured right now.
I love you, Tonk. I love you.
It is.
I love you, Crypto. I love you, Mr. Polk. And I love everybody, even you, Michael K. I love everybody. And I am honored and privileged. Hey man, listen, ever since I seen Tonk wear that Gator shirt, I've been a fan of his show since day one, and I am honored and blessed to produce this show. And thank you for allowing me to do so, man.
Real quick. I may have had this argument with Crypto, but my thoughts on Crypto haven't changed at all. I'm just very heated because of the content of the debate. But he's right to think the way that he does. I'm not going to hold it against him. I'm still going to be friends with him. When I see him at the tailgate, when I go to several games this year and I'll see him, I'm going to hand him a beer and give him a hug and shake hands and everything. There's going to be no difference. I just, on this subject, me and him have two different thoughts. That's all. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
No, I'm not saying you have a right to feel how you feel, Ali. I was just saying from the United States perspective, I was calling the United States being a hypocrite, not you.
I get you.
My beef is with the United States government, not you. You have a right to feel how you feel. It's just the United States is being hypocritical. That's all.
I get you. And to be fair, and to be 100% fair, my stance on this whole situation is a lot more than who's trying to go after nukes and all that. There's a whole nother side to this.
That's why I said that.
With the regime more so than it does what they're, with them threatening Israel. It has to do with what they've done to their own people. Today is Juneteenth. It's about freedom, true, real freedom, right? Yeah. And that's something that there's a place in if you ever been to Iran or ever actually read anything about them, they don't truly have that there still. And because of that, that's why I even brought it up, right? But I understand your point of view. You're in some aspects, you're right. I don't necessarily agree with all of them, but it's your right. And that's what we are here. You and myself, like me, being a veteran, we fought for you to have that right and your feelings about certain things. It's not right. I'm sorry, it's not wrong and it's not right is basically what I'm saying.
You know something real quick before you go, Crypto? I have yet to meet the human being that I agree with 100% of the time. There's one person.
What do you mean? You never met me in person. You never met me in person yet, though, dude. So it's
right.
August ain't here yet, man.
Even when you get married, Shake, you're right. You haven't met the human being that you agree with 100%, even to your own spouse.
Me and my wife, can I make one last comment?
You're right, your own spouse.
What's up, Mr. Polk?
Listen, this program we did today, we're not responsible for any man that wakes up with his ball in ice caused by
that'll probably be warm water.
We're talking about Michael K. I missed that part. Was that Michael? Was it Michael K or something? I forgot. I missed that part.
And listen, I Big Nick. Today is about
sitting out in front of the
black liberation and freedom only.
Right.
Nate,
I agree with that.
Nene is saying she didn't know I served. Yeah, I was in the Ohio National Guard for like 7 years. I was in Kuwait for several months. I
Wait.
definitely served my country. Go
But
ahead.
wait. Yeah.
Al Jabbar Air Force Base, man. That place, bro.
Mhm.
They're talking about, and I just want to bring this up real quick. In the news, you probably have heard the word bunker busters, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
This
Yes.
is,
They've had
It
those
goes
for a
beneath
while.
the ground several layers.
the U.S. had to use these basically against the Iraqi army when they invaded Kuwait
I
back
remember
in like
that.
In
1990.
1992. Yeah.
92. And I've been to the
Mhm.
site. I've seen these holes that these bunker busters create, bro. It's
Like
unbelievable.
craters.
what they can do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
It is
like craters. It
Yeah.
creates a crater. Hmm.
Yeah. So I've seen some shit. But anyways,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, go ahead, Tom. Wrap this up, man, with this wonderful show, man. Appreciate you.
Leave the ice out of it, though.
He is talking about break the ice,
The
right?
ice.
Thank you for everyone being here. Hopefully we'll be here next week, right? And we will see you then.
Peace out, y'all.
Yep. Peace out.